Hello, lovely people out there. It's me, Rachel, here, ready and willing to bring you our 30-minute standing Pilates for seniors. It's so lovely to have you here with me today. I'm hoping timing-wise, this is working really well for everyone, especially for all my lovely friends across the pond. So welcome. We're live. I'm really here. You're really there. Shall we get started? Yes, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to come onto our mats, and as this is standing Pilates, I'm going to spend just a little bit of time at the beginning just reminding you all of our Pilates breathing. I know a lot of people think Pilates is all on the floor, but as you know, I've adapted a lot of it so that we can do it standing up, and so we get all the benefits that you would get on the floor. So we're going to start the breathing. Let's get a good position of the body. So looking down at your feet, you want to try and place your feet directly under your hips. That sounds really obvious, doesn't it? But if I go sideways, we can lean forward like this. Can you see how far forward my hips are? What we want is those hips to be right over the feet. And just doing that position is going to start that core working. So let's try a little experiment for you all. Let's start. I'm going to stay in this position so you can see how it looks. I want you to lift your toes up, spread them out like this, and place them back down. Let's do that again. Lift those toes up so you can even look down at those toes. Lift them as far as you can up, spread them out, and place them down. And one more, lift them up, spread them out, and then lay them back down. Now you're going to lean forward. So watch me. We're leaning forward, feeling the weight going into the toes. You can see the position of me. You can see my weight's forward. Now I'm going to bring it back to the center, and I'm going to try and lean back without falling over and back to the center. Let's try that again. So leaning forward, feeling the weight going into the toes, and back to the center, and then leaning back and come to center. Now I just want you to go forward and back gently and try and find where your midway point is, so you feel you are somewhere between forward and back in the center. So hopefully it looks something like this, standing up. All right, so that's our position. Now we're going to work on our breathing. Okay, so I'm going to turn back around and I'm going to ask you to put your hands just here. Can you see I'm wearing this top so you can see my ribs? So on the bottom of your ribs, so just cupping around the ribs there. And as you breathe in, I want you to try and push out sideways with your rib cage. So you're pushing into your hands. So you're going to inhale, breathing in, inhale. And then as you breathe out, I want you to try and bring your ribs back together. Hopefully you can see how mine are coming towards each other here. So you're going to inhale, expanding the ribs out to the side. Exhale, coming back. So inhale, think of the ribs going sideways. Exhale, watch me try and bring your ribs back towards each other. So you're closing at the bottom of the ribs, but not at the expense of the shoulders. So let's keep opening the chest. And again, inhale. Exhale. And what we're trying to do is do this in a really relaxed way. All right, so don't try too hard. Just take a breath in, breathe in for as long as you can. And then try and breathe out for the same amount of time. So we're going to do it on a count of 3. Let's try it together. So you're going to inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. Once more. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. Good. Now I want you to place your hands here on the tummy, so just below wherever your belly button is, just about an inch below, okay? And I want you to press in a little, okay? Feel that tummy. Don't worry if it wiggles around a little. Now I want you to take a breath in again. Think of the ribs, and as you breathe out, I want you to pull your tummy in and away from your hands. All right, so if I show you sideways, I'm going to push my tummy out, yeah? Taking a breath in. Breathe out. I'm going to pull the tummy in. Watch how it goes in, 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 in. So that's the core working. That's nice and tight and solid. All right, so let's try that again. Take a breath in. Exhale, pulling your tummy in. Deep breath in. And exhale. I'm hoping you're getting the hang of it. Now we're going to add the counts. So we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, breathe out, 2, 3, breathe in, 2, 3, breathe out, 2, 3, breathe in, 2, 3, breathe out, 2, 3. Okay, and just let your hands relax down. So that's our Pilates breathing. We're going to try and use that through the exercises we're going to do today. So let's start with a nice warm up for the legs. Okay, so just going to do knee bends. Any issues with your knees? Obviously, don't go into the full knee bend. You can keep it nice and easy. If there's no issues with your knees, you can go as low as you're comfortable going. All right, so we're going to breathe in, bending the knees, taking the arms forward, breathe out to come up. So I'm going to go a little sideways for you. So you're going to inhale, bend, and exhale up. Inhale, bend, and exhale up. So think of that breathing. Yes, inhale, exhale, we're pulling the belly in. Inhale, and exhale. It gets a little more complicated, doesn't it, when we start moving? And 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Now we're going to go up onto our toes. So we're going to take the arms out to the side, lift up onto your toes, and come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. So think of floating up. This is to strengthen your feet and ankles. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower. Now we're going to do a second set of the knees. So we're going to inhale, bend. Exhale up. Try and keep your back straight and think of hinging from your hips. So this is where the movement's coming from, yeah? Bend and up. Bend and up. Inhale and exhale. One more. All right, now we are going to come up, but we're going to change the arms. They're going to go out to the side and all the way up. And then all the way back down. You can see I'm running out of space here. Let's lift up and lower down. Lift up and lower down. Good. Lift and lower. So you come as high onto your toes as you feel you can. Can you see I'm actually touching my ceiling? And down. Lift and down. Lift and down. One more. Lift and down. Okay, we're going to bring the feet together. So if you think of how your normal position is, you're just going to clip those heels together like so. This is to give you a little stretch through the hips here. Okay, you can feel your bottom muscles working as well. We're going to get a little bit balletic. All right, so you're going to bring your arms down and we're going to try and round them a little. That way, get a nice little bit of work through the arms. And as you bend, keeping the heels down, the arms will lift to your chest. And exhale, they're going to come down. Bend and out. That's it. Inhale and exhale. So back to our Pilates breathing. And up. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it down and take your arms out to the side, straighten your legs. Now leave your arms there, squeeze your bottom cheeks together and see if you can lift up onto your toes. Lifting up for 1 and down, 2 and down. If you're worried about your balance, you can of course use a chair All right, let's see what you can do without. And down. Good. 3, 2, 1. And bring the arms down. Little roll of the shoulders back. Let's do our second set. So we're going to bend and up. And every time you close those legs, squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the bottom cheeks together. And up. Good. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take the arms out to the side. Now this time I'm going to make you use your brains as well. So we're going to lift up. We're going to bring the right arm up. And then we're going to lower, take it down. And again, lift and lower. Lift and lower. And lift. And now change to the left. Going up and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and low. Well done. Bring those arms down. Let's roll those shoulders out. And let's take a step out. We're going to stay turned out. Okay, so anyone who's done ballet in their youth, your body will remember all of this. So we're going to be slightly turned out with those legs. We're going to be doing knee bends. We want to feel as if we've got a nice straight back. And I want you to visualize that when you bend those knees, it's like you're sliding down a wall. So the back's staying exactly where it is. You're going to inhale, take the arms out. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale, out. Exhale, back. Out and back. And if you want, you can get a little float in the arms today. I don't mind. If you want to be a little bit balletic. And up. Good. Inhale and exhale. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now bring your arms all the way up. This is going to be a little challenging. So we're in a nice position here. We're going to try and lift up onto the toes and lower down. Lift and lower down. Lift and lower. So really pushing into those feet, making those feet work for 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring the arms down. Roll the shoulders out. Let's do this a second time. So knee bends. This time let's bring the arms all the way up and all the way down. Up and down. Do you remember your breathing? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now bring your arms back up. Going to make those brains work now. So as you lift up, you're going to take your right arm down. So raising the heels, arm's going to come down. And as you lower, it's going to go back up. It's going to come down and back up. So these exercises are for brain health as well, because it's making your brain work a little harder to coordinate. All right, let's change arms. Good. And up. So lift the heels, arm comes down. Well done. 2 more. That's it. Last one. Good. Bring those arms down, roll those shoulders back. Let's bring those feet in. So back to your neutral position. And let's just do a little bit with the head and the neck, okay? So you're going to bring your shoulders up, back, and circle them around. So still in our Pilates positions, we're still thinking about the core as we stand here. So we're working our back muscles. And really think about squeezing at the back. So if I turn around, lift, really squeeze those shoulder blades together at the back, yes? Lift and squeeze. So we're working those muscles of the upper back. Good. 4, 3, 2, Good. Rest your arms by your side. Let's do a little tilt of the head over and come up. Let's add the breathing. So we're going to inhale as we go the other way and exhale up. Inhale over, exhale up. Inhale over, exhale up. 2 more. Over and up and over and up. Now we're going to do a little turn. So you're turning your head to the right as far as is comfortable and back to the center and to the left and back to the center. Right and center. That's it. Left and center. Last 2. And center. And center. Now I want you to tilt your head back over to the right. Now I'm going to turn the head. You're going to turn to look down towards the floor. So we're really utilizing right in the very top of the spine here. Now we'll do a little circle. So take your head down, looking between the feet and then over to the other side. And then back again. So take the head down and over to the other side. And down and over. Down and over. Down and over. Last one. Down and over. Turn the head to the front and come up. Good. Onto the hands. So bring your hands up. I want you to make a fist and then open as far as you can. Really stretch out those fingers. Fist and open. Fist and open. That's it. It's like you're doing jazz hands. Remember those in the old days? Jazz hands. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands down. And now you're going to circle those hands. So we're working the wrists. So we're circling backwards. And we're going to add a lift of the arms. We're going to count to 8 as we lift. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Going down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now take your circles the other way. So coming in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Going down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well done. Just shake those arms out. Lovely stuff. Okay, so let's start working the side of the body now. So you're going to have your right leg out to the side. You're going to think about lifting up here and then taking the arms out. Let's have palms facing forward, and we're just going to do a lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Changing on to the other side. Here we go. We're going to lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're going to come back to this side. Now we're going to add a little bit of rotation, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this leg up and this elbow towards this knee. So if you start in this position, so mirror what I'm doing, okay? You can have your knee slightly soft if that's more comfortable. If you feel any kind of sense of locking in the knee, we don't want that, okay? And then we're going to lift the knee up and try and twist towards it. Okay, just a little movements. Keep the other hand out for balance. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go on to the other side. So this arm straightens, this arm bends. Think of like a bicep curl position. All right, and then we're going to twist. 3, 2, 1. Well done, and come down. Now we're going to keep those feet wide. We're going to turn them out and we do a little side stretch. So taking those arms out, and then we're going to come over to the side. So reaching over, trying to feel the stretch coming all the way up the side of the body. Arm over, try not to let your arm go across your face. Think of it framing your lovely face, and then you're going to lift up, and then the other way, over. That's it, good. And lift up. So we're gently going over and trying to get a little bit more flow in your movements. So if you can, do it the way I'm doing it, because it's going to make your core work a little harder. That's it. And lift. And over. And lift. And over. And lift. One more. And over. And lift. Lovely stuff. Okay. So now I want you to turn your feet inwards. Well, I say inwards so they're straight. Okay. And I'm going to go sideways for you in a moment, but what I want, we're going to do some knee bends here. We want those knees going straight forward over the toes. Arms are going to reach out. You're going to go as low as you can. Okay. Obviously, if your knees hurt, you don't go super low. So how that looks sideways is like this. Then, so think of bottom sticking out, yes, and come up. Then, and up. Then, and up. So we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Now I know that might be a bit tricky on those hips there. All right, so we're just going to loosen everything up. So I want you to stand with your feet apart still and just take your hips over to the side. So nothing difficult, just taking those hips over. This helps not just loosen the hips, but also loosen your lower back. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do little hip circles now. So we come back to our standing position. And then what we're going to try and do, so I would recommend hands on the hips, is you're going to bend that right leg. You're going to take it across, if you can, up and out. And then you're going to step onto it. Can you see? So I've changed my weight. Then we're going to lift up and out. Now, if you've had a hip replacement, you're not going across. You're just going to come forward and out, okay? If you haven't had a hip replacement, your hips feel fine, you can go inwards and outwards. Inwards and outwards. So just join in with me as you can and try and stay nice and tall with that spine. Yeah, so we're just loosening up the hips. Don't worry if you can't go too high, you just do what you can. That's it, good. And round, and round, and round. Good, last 2, 2, and 1. Well done. Shake those legs out. I'm going to go sideways. We're going to work the back of the legs now. So you're going to take your right leg back. Okay, left leg forward. And from here, we're going to do little dips, okay? So we're dipping down, keeping the back as straight as possible, working within what's comfortable on that knee, and up. So a little dip down and up. Now you can keep your hands on your hips for now, okay? If you feel you want a challenge, then you bring the arms up as you dip. Up and down. 2 more. Up and down and up and down. Okay, now we're going to just let that back foot drop down. So anyone who did my recent video on foot stability, knee stability, hip stability. This is from that. So we've got our hands on our hips. We're going to push off that back foot and just push forward. So you're working through that back foot, the right foot, and down. Push forward and down. Standing nice and tall, so you're still working your core, and down. Push forward and down. If you can add the breathing, you inhale as you go back, you exhale to go forward and down. 2, 1. Well done. Bring that leg in. Let's swap legs. So left leg back. We've got the weight off that heel. We're just going to make sure, just take a moment to get yourself nice and stable. Square your hips up. So think of hip bones facing forward like car headlights. And then we're going to dip down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Those of you that want to work harder, you can bring the arms up and back. Up and back. Really reach those arms back if you can. So you're getting that lovely work in the upper body as well. For 3, 2, 1. Well done. Hands on the hips. And then we're going to take that heel down. Okay, so this is where it really challenges the balance as well as the feet. Okay, so square up those hips, then push off that back foot, pushing forward and then coming back. So we're really trying to control the movement using our core muscles. All right, so take a breath in, exhale as you go forward. Inhale to go back. Exhale to go forward. Inhale to go back. Exhale to go forward. Inhale to go back. And exhale forward. And inhale back. Well done. All right, let's just switch legs. So we're going to put the right leg behind. This time we're going to have a straight left leg. And we're just going to do a straight leg lift to the back. This is not about lifting it up high. This is about learning to balance, okay, and strengthen the glutes in particular. We work them a lot in these movements. So tummy in, slight lean forward from the hips and arms coming forward as well. And then you're going to just raise the leg to the back and down. Lift up and down. Lift and down. If you want to add the breathing, it's exhale as you lift. Inhale, lower. 2, 1. Come on in. Change legs. So same thing. Square those hips up. Take your time, because we don't need to rush. Hands out. And then when you're ready, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. That's it. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last 2. Lift and lower and lift and lower. Well done. Bring the legs in. Just shake everything out. And then what we're going to do is just bring ourselves to hip width with those feet. Bend the knees slightly and lean forward. Okay, now if you don't have any issues in your spine, if you don't have osteoporosis, you're fine. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, I don't want you moving your spine. You can just stay here in extension, all right, and just bring your arms forward and back. If you're fine on the spine, you're going to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to pull the belly in and tuck under. And just give yourself a nice stretch of that lower back. Then send yourself back the other way, sticking the bottom out. So exhale, tucking under. And inhale, coming back. Exhale, tucking under. That's it, good. And back. So think of that breathing. Everything's pulling in as you tuck under. And back you go. Exhale. And back. 2 more. Exhale. And back. And exhale. And back. Well done. Come on up. And then to finish, let's just finish with a nice balance, okay? So we're going to take our arms out, palms up to the ceiling. We're going to bring that right leg forward. And we're going to lift the leg up. And we're just going to hold it here. We're going to bring our arms up and take them down. Good. Bring them up and take them down. And one more. Inhale up. Exhale as the arms come down, the leg's going to come down, and we're going to swap to the other side. So let's raise the arms and the knee. Leave the knee in the air, take the arms down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale, bringing everything down. And there you go. That is your half an hour of standing Pilates for seniors for today. It's been lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for joining me. Do press the like button. Please do subscribe, because the more subscribers I get, the more I understand about who's watching and what you want, okay? And if you want to stay around for the chat, ask me any questions. I'm going to do that for you now, all right? And if you need to go, I'll see you soon. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Another half an hour of senior Pilates. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm here now, so if you have any questions, then please fire them away. And yeah, it's lovely to have you here. I think there's 200 of us who've all done that session together. So I really, really hope you enjoyed it. And do let me know on the chat, because I'm always reading. I can see already the lovely Myrna is here. Hello, Myrna. So nice to have you here live. You're live, I'm live. Lovely to see you. Kelvin's just brought me in some questions, so I'm just going to have a look at those. And thank you, everyone who has donated already. I really do appreciate that. And as promised, my plan is to try and do a Pilates session at this time at 4:30 on a Monday once a month. And I'm going to try and make it the first Monday of each month. So assuming it's not a holiday in the UK, it'll be the first Monday of each month, and I'll try and get the next one up soon for you, okay? But yes, I hope you enjoyed that. What I tried to do for you today is a mix of the exercises that you've all done with me in some of my videos, but also do a little bit more challenge on coordination, because I think that's something that seems to work really well for people. So I hope you enjoyed it. And yes, lovely to have you here. I'm just looking at all the reactions on the chat. Hello to Bonnie. Says thank you. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Rona Stevens. Really glad you enjoyed it. Lovely. Hi, Pippa D'Souza. Nice to have you here. Hi to Mary. Mary Sidebottom. I just love saying your name. Mary Sidebottom. Such a great name. Lovely class as always, Rachel. Thank you very much for all that you do for us. Well, you're very, very welcome, Mary. It's so nice to have you here. Saying hi to Bonnie Pelrin, who's watching in Massachusetts, USA. Hi there. How are you? Do you know it's already evening here? It's 5 o'clock in the UK, and it's already dark where I am. So although it looks nice and bright behind me, it's dark outside, and it's about 3 degrees, very cold, very windy over here at the moment. But there you go. You know us Brits, we love to talk about the weather. So that was my weather report for today. Hi to Aileen Harrison. Glad you enjoyed the session, Aileen. Very good to see you there. So hello to Jackie Hanley. Hi, Jackie. Jackie says, love these sessions, good, clear instructions. By the way, my glutes have disappeared with age. Jackie, you know what? I'm really glad you brought that up, because do you know that that is something that happens to all of us women? It's what happens post-menopause. We start to lose fat in certain areas of the body, and then it goes to other areas where we don't necessarily want it. But glutes is one of those areas. So yes, you do have to train them a lot more, essentially. So that's something that we will work on, Jackie, in these sessions. And yes, so those standing exercises we did today, all the squats, the ones with the feet together, the plies in first and second, the wide squats, they are all working your bottom muscles, your glutes. Yes, so that's why the standing Pilates is really good, because I do a lot of work on the glutes and everything where you're standing and taking the leg out to the side. That's working the side of the hips and the bottom. Taking the leg to the back is working the major muscles in the bottom as well. So yeah, we have to work a little harder on them as we get older, unfortunately. It's just one of those things that happens to us ladies. So I hope that felt good for you today, Jackie. And hello to Alison Ellis. Hi, Alison. Alison says, love the standing sessions, have limited space, so standing is easier. Can also use a mirror to check my position. Fantastic, Alison. Well, that's really, really good. And yeah, I know I do find a lot of people have said to me that they find their standing easier. And I guess, number one, you can see me, so you're not having to kind of lie down and crook your neck to look in one direction or another. And also often with space, doing it at home, we can be limited on our space, can't we? So I'm glad that that's working for you, Alison. Hello to Karina Perry. Karina, I know, is in Mallorca in Spain. Hi, Karina. Lovely to have you here. And Karina says, coffee coming your way, although it's tea time, but never mind. I can always have the coffee tomorrow. Thank you, Karina. Very much appreciated to have those donations. And hello to Kathy Pierce. Kathy, I know you're in London. Hi, Kathy. Lovely to have you here. Glad you enjoyed the session. And don't forget, for any of you who are in London who want to come and work out with me live, I do one session live in London every month now. So the first one coming up is this Saturday in Chiswick in West London. So if you do want to come, it's on my website. So if you go to rachellawrencepilates.com, you'll better click through to book a live class, and you'll better see, I think there's 2 places left now. So if you do want to come along, do go ahead and book in. Kathy, you might like to come, because I know you're in the Chiswick area. Hello to Delia Hart. Hi, Delia. Delia says, hi, Rachel. Thanks for another fab session. I'm nearly 50, but found this senior standing session quite a workout, especially the balance work. I always enjoy your challenges. Thank you, Delia. It's interesting, isn't it, Delia? Because I think a lot of people think that because I teach seniors Pilates as well as my regular sessions, that somehow they're easier. But as you can see, they're not. They actually challenge you in a different way. And I find that it's the mixture of all those things that kind of work for me, because I'm older than you, Delia, and I find these challenging. That's why I put in a lot of the balance work and a lot of the coordination, because generally after 50 is when a lot of things start to change in the body and the brain. So things like balance issues become a bit more challenging. And endurance levels, that kind of stuff. So that's why these sessions are structured this way and working like opposite sides of the body, that kind of stuff. It's really good for the brain. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, Delia. Do come and do some more. And it's always great if you want a gentle session as well. Helen HS. Hello, Helen says, I enjoyed that. Thank you. Standing Pilates is great because I have rheumatoid arthritis and can't weight bear on my wrists. So mat Pilates is out. I totally understand that, Helen. And you know what? This is great. I hope that felt okay for you on your wrist, Helen. doing the circles, because I know with rheumatoid arthritis, you can get a lot of swelling in the wrists and the knees and the ankles. And the pain tends to be on both sides of the body, doesn't it? So things where you are mobilizing but not weight bearing are perfect. So I'm really glad that worked for you, Helen. Thank you very much for letting me know. Lisa Kay, the lovely Lisa Kay, who always sends me a sunflower. Hello, Lisa. Lovely to have you here. And it's really good to see you live as well, although I can't literally see you, but I know you're there, which is wonderful. Piva de Souza says, I notice with you and my home Pilates teachers, I tend to breathe out when you breathe in and vice versa. Does it really matter? So Pippa, that is such a good question, because that's a question I get a lot. And I suppose ultimately I would say the most important thing is that you're breathing, number one. All right. When in Pilates, the traditional way of doing Pilates is to breathe out on the effort of the exercise. So the way I teach it in live classes is exhale on the effort. So E for exhale, E for effort. And the idea of that is the exhale, as we did in the beginning of class, is the pulling inwards of the abdominals, which means that your core is essentially tightening like this around your waist and shoring up and protecting you as you do whatever the movement may be, whether it's lifting the leg, bending the knees, whatever it is. So that's the reasoning why we breathe out at that point. However, some schools of Pilates breathe in a different way. So I don't get hung up about it at all. My main concern is that you feel you are breathing deeply and that you are feeling relaxed. That's the most important thing, is to feel kind of at ease with what we're doing. So don't worry about it. Don't get hung up on it. I would suggest maybe come back to this video and try the breathing the other way and see how it feels. If you feel it works for you, then you can focus on that. And if you feel you prefer doing it your way, do it your way. All right. But the idea is, and I'll just show you with a lovely close-up of my belly here, is that if I let it go, so that's my belly let go. If I exhale, it's that pulling everything in, and now I can lift a leg, I can do anything because here is tight. It's like you've really zipped yourself up in a corset and it's kind of holding you still. And if you think with the core exercises that we do, we're working a lot around the transversus abdominis muscle, which is a muscle that goes around the front. It's almost like a corset. It goes around and it attaches into the spine at the back. So it's really sort of a band of muscle that comes around here. So that exhale and that drawing in is really giving the ability to build more strength internally in those deep core muscles. So that's kind of the idea of it. But maybe try, excuse me, try doing that and see how it feels. Okay. Right, going down, Kathy, thank you very much for your donation. I know I've had a lot of people donate today, so I will do my thank you. Sorry if I've missed you, but I'll come back up to the top shortly and have a look. Oh my goodness, loads of donations coming in. Thank you very much, everyone. Christine Lockett says, thank you for a lovely class. It's great to have a class at this time of day away from Toronto. Well, a wave to you from Brighton in the UK. I'm right down on the south coast, so I can see the sea out of my back garden, which is lovely. Thank you, Christine. Hello to Carol Watkins. Carol says, thank you so much. Enjoy all your senior workouts. Carol from Boston. Hello, Carol in Boston. Lovely to have you here. Sandra Reynoldson says, thanks, Rachel, for a great session. Hi, Sandra. Jackie Hanley, yes, in fact, you know about it. It's gone to your waistline. This is what happens to us all, women of a certain age. And yeah, it gets harder to shift, doesn't it, as well? It's one of those things, because our hormones change. It changes how we metabolize food. And it's something that I think in the future, I've got a little project in mind. that I'm going to look into maybe doing some more specialized lives where we talk about kind of nutrition and what would work better as we get older. Because there's certain things that I'm learning now that are working for me better in terms of kind of diet and approach to diet. And when I say diet, I don't mean losing weight. I mean my daily diet, what I eat on a regular basis. And one of the things that I can tell you, very important for us all, so those women who are watching who are over 50, is eating more protein. We really need to be eating more protein. So that's protein in every meal. So that is really something to think about. It really does make a difference because our muscles start depleting at a faster rate. We've got to feed those muscles, and to feed those muscles, we need to be consuming protein and avoiding as much sugar as you can. So I'm sure you guys know all that stuff, but just wanted to do a little gentle reminder. Okay, Day Lynn, hello Day, says thank you, just what I need. I always enjoy your classes. Thank you, Day. Dorothy Tate, hello Dorothy. Dorothy says thank you, Rachel, another great session. Kathy, oh, you can't make Saturday, but you're going to do it the next one. That's super, not to worry. And going down, I'm just going to whiz back up because I didn't want to miss out people who've donated. So I want to say a huge thank you to the following people. So that's Alison Ellis, Janet Nolan, Cheryl from Virginia. Hello, Cheryl. Christine Lockett, Myrna, the gorgeous Myrna in Arizona, or maybe LA today. Couldn't remember. I know you were traveling there last week. Lisa Kay and Rona Stevens. Thank you all very much for your donations. And I know there's a few more of you that have donated since. I can see Christine Lockett, you've donated. Thank you very much. Going down from there, I'm just whizzing down because I don't like to miss out people who've made the effort to donate. Kim B, thank you very much, Kim B. Kim B says, oh, I like your doggy emoji. Looks like my dog. Says, good morning from Bellingham, Washington. Thank you for all the wonderful Pilates, Rachel. This was an effective session, especially for weight bearing. I always feel better after your Pilates. Thank you very much, Kim B. And I know you write to me a lot, and I love that. I love seeing your name come up. So thank you for the donation. Really appreciate that. Linda Worthington said, just saw you were on from Oregon in the USA. Yes, Lindy. So I'm going to be doing the first Monday of every month. I'll be doing this time 4:30. It won't always be seniors. I will try and give you some variety as I do, because as you know, I do a regular slot on a Friday morning, European time or UK time, 10:30, which I know if you're on the other side of the pond is very early in your morning. But we change it up every week. So I'm thinking that if you think that would work for you guys, then I can do that at this time as well. So you guys let me know in the chat, because I read all this chat as I'm talking to you now, and it helps me formulate ideas for what would be good for our next session. Okay. But yeah, the first Monday of the month is a special for everyone who's on the other side of the pond, and of course everyone else in Europe. But I know you guys don't get to join me live very often. So here we go. Wanda Wilson. Wanda, thank you very much indeed for the donation. Much appreciated. Helen says, a challenge, but wrist twist was okay. Good to know, Helen. So I think that might be quite a good one for you to do with the RA, sort of to mobilize the body. Wanda says, thank you so much, Rachel, for your wonderful classes. I try and do a standing and a mat session each day. I love so many things about your classes. Thank you very much, Wanda. That's so nice. All of your movements are so graceful. It brings me back to my dancing days long ago. I love the feel and look of moving gracefully. Oh, that's lovely to hear, Wanda. And I can visualize what that's like for you. As you know, I like to kind of add that little bit of kind of dancer type movement into it, because I know that moving gracefully, it just makes you feel so good on the inside, doesn't it? In your heart and in your mind, as well as in your body. So that's lovely to know, Wanda. Thank you for sharing that. Cheryl in Virginia says, what keeps my knees from dipping very far? Is it lack of strength or stiffness? Okay, Cheryl, this is a good question. So it could be, I don't know if it's stiffness. I don't think it would be lack of strength. Generally, with the bend, the flexing of the knees, let me try and demonstrate for you. With the flexing of the knees, what I find with a lot of people is the movement can be limited if you're tight in the bottom of the leg. Okay, so if my heels, if my Achilles tendon or my calf muscles are tight, they get stretched, you see, when you do this. So if they're tight, I'm not going to get past here. If they're looser, then you can see I can get quite low. I'm lucky I'm flexible. But that could be the issue, is that you are tight in the lower legs. Okay, so that would mean doing the calf stretches. So this kind of stretch here, and also this one, very important for a lot of people. So anybody who wants to can try it with me now. It's just having 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, doesn't matter which. Keep your feet flat on the floor and then see if you can bend down, and you'll feel the resistance in that back leg if you're tight in the muscles. Okay, this is a really, really good one to stretch out. Okay, and then same on the other side if you switch legs and then just dip down. Most people, I would say it's a restriction. It's the flexibility in the lower legs. So maybe think about stretching your calf muscles a bit more, Cheryl, and see if that helps. I very much doubt it's a lack of strength, because I know you've been doing Pilates with me a long time. Stiffness, you'll know because you'll feel it. You'll feel like, oh, my knees just won't move. I think it might be flexibility in your calf muscles. Lily Mars, hello to Lily. Lily says, just got home from ukulele group and managed to set up my borrowed laptop. I wanted to say hi. I'll catch the workout later. Thank you very much. So many talented people join me. We've got ukulele players who are also writers. We're all kinds of wonderful people here. Kelly Gray. Hello, Kelly. I can see Kelly has a question. Kelly says, hi, Rachel. When I point my toes, I get cramp in my feet. Is there anything I can do to stop it? Thank you for all your videos. So really good question, Kelly. So cramp is often a sign of many things. It can be, the first thing I always say to people is, are you drinking enough fluids? Because that can be a reason you can get cramp. So make sure that you are drinking lots of fluids. Another thing you can do is have a banana, because I think, if I am right, is it the potassium, I forget, in the banana can help prevent cramps. The other thing is you could be just tense in your feet. And if you are, you want to get a ball. I actually have mine here. That's to show you that that's something that I work out with a lot, is a little ball. So this is like, you know, like those massage balls you can get on Amazon. And I roll out the feet. So some of you out there might have heard of plantar fasciitis, which tends to affect more women than men, but it's a sort of an inflammation under here. And again, it's something that happens after 50. I haven't had it, but I've worked with a lot of people who have. And one thing I always do for myself and for them is stretch out the feet. So you can do this with a tennis ball. If you're feeling very brave, you could do it with a golf ball, but I can tell you that's very painful. And you just put the ball under your foot. Let me go sideways so you can see. So under the arch of the foot, and you press down. And if that's sore, if that's quite uncomfortable, like that is quite uncomfortable on me, it means you've got some tightness in the feet there. And you just basically work your way through using your body weight, placing the ball under. So now it's under the toes, and I can take it forward, under the metatarsals, under the arch of the foot, and then down onto the heel. And I can tell you that really, really does help. So maybe think about getting yourself a little ball. You can get these from anywhere online, basically. They're just, you can get spiky ones as well. Personally, I don't like the spiky balls. I know some people do. I prefer one that's got a round surface, but you see this has some, it is quite firm, firmer than a tennis ball, but it's not as painful as a golf ball. So I would recommend maybe trying that and seeing how that is for you, Kelly. Wanda Wilson. Oh, I must read this out because it's so lovely. Wanda says, you explain things so well and there's a gentleness and kindness in your voice. You make exercising so enjoyable. Well, that's lovely. I couldn't ask for a better write-up, Wanda. That's really nice. Thank you very much indeed. And yes, that's what I care about. I do genuinely care about helping all of you because I know as we get older, there's less out there for us. It's something that I didn't really notice until probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, started to realize that there's not that much out there if you're older and you want to keep fit and you want to continue your well-being. There really isn't anybody out there to kind of learn from. So that's part of the reason I started this channel. So I'm really delighted that it's working for you guys and you're benefiting. So that's super. Okay, so going down the chat. Thank you, Kim B, for agreeing with Wanda. That's lovely. And I can see Charissa. Hello, Charissa. I missed this live stream, but I'm going to do the replay later this afternoon, US East Coast. That sounds good. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Charissa. We've got Daylin says thank you from New Mexico. Lily Mars is chatting to Myrna. Hopefully Myrna's still there. Yes, you're chatting to each other. That's wonderful. Amy N. Hello, Amy. Lovely to see your name come up. Says, hello all, I made it live this time. Wonderful session for my day just before lunch. Excellent. That's really good to hear. All right, super duper. I'm just going to whiz up because I saw that there was a question from Cheryl from Virginia and Aileen that I didn't answer from the top. So I'm just going to do that. Myrna, I also saw you sent me a message. Okay, I can see Myrna says, Rachel, I will never forget your Christmas message to me. Love you, friend, across the pond. Oh, thank you. And you love Kerwin too. We love you, Myrna. Always thinking about you. So thank you for that lovely message. Now, before I forget, 2 questions came in at the beginning of the chat. If you have any more questions, pop them in the chat now because I'm going to be signing off very shortly. Cheryl from Virginia, or Cheryl from Virginia. I never say that right. I never know which is the right way. Let's say Cheryl from Virginia says, can you think of specific exercises to teach us to get up gracefully from the floor? And could you do a video? So I would definitely do a video. Sorry, that noise is my little boo. Have you come in to see Lily Mars? Do you want to come up? Come on, up you come. Up you come. Jump up. Here we go. This is Boo. She's going to climb all over me now because she wants to go for her W-A-L-K. I can't say it out loud, but you know what I mean. Okay, so Cheryl, yes, exercises to get up gracefully from the floor. That's a brilliant suggestion. And you know what? I will make a video for you on that because I did actually work with a lady quite a while ago, about 6-7 years ago, who was very overweight and had problems with her knees. And so we had to look at all kinds of ways that we could help her get down on the floor, but also get up off the floor. I love you too. I love you too. So yes, I will do that for you, Cheryl, definitely. And Aileen Harrison says, hello, Aileen, says, do you have a session which is good for tendinitis in the hip? That's a really good question. So, that's a horrible thing to have, isn't it? So tendinitis in the hip, you want to be obviously, I'm sure you're having treatment for it, but you know, rest is really good for tendinitis because tendinitis is inflammation in the body, which means you don't want to be aggravating that. I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. Aileen, you can put me right. Yes, Boo's saying hello to you, Lily. She's saying hello. Yes, you don't want to be lifting your leg to the front I would say taking your leg backwards, so sort of avoiding the lifts to the front will be good for you. I don't have a specific one, but I would say the gentle stretch videos that I have on the channel would be very helpful for you. And I will make a note of that, Eileen, and see if I can make a video for tendonitis, because I know that can be really, really unpleasant. I would say, you know, where the exercises where you're lying on your front, lifting up, so back extension or lifting the leg up to the back, all those sorts of things should be good for the hip because they're gently stretching it, but not putting it under stress. Okay, so yes, and I hope it was all right after today, because you might find it might have been a bit irritated today. I'm hoping it was okay. Do let me know. Okay, just going down the chat now. So Delia says, could you make a video targeting the upper body, please, Rachel, including bands and press-ups? Otherwise, I won't do them on my own. Oh, I know the feeling, Delia. Yes, I love you. I love you. I know the feeling. Actually, I have got on my list this week, Delia, to do upper body workout with one of these, with the flexi band. So yes, and press up. So I know exactly what you mean, because I just think, I don't know if it's me, but a lot of women I know don't like doing that and have to be motivated to do it. So I'll make one for you. That's a promise. That's the plan to film tomorrow, actually. So thank you for that. Big Mama says, did your senior standing class Saturday and my thighs are still sore? Should I stop till no longer sore? From Calgary. That's a great question. And I would say, yes, do stop. Wait until you feel the soreness has gone. And at that point, that's when you could go do it again. But you could also do stretches. Yes. So what's good, Big Mama, is to try and do some stretches. So maybe look up one of my stretch videos, and there's several on the channel, and just do those, because you don't really want to do nothing, because if you do nothing at all, you'll get sore, you'll get the soreness, but you'll also get stiffness. What you want to do is release the soreness. The soreness just means your muscles have been worked and they're feeling the results of that work, which is good. And what you want to do is add some gentle stretching to just ease out the tightness from the work that you've done. So I've got like a 10-minute stretch video on the channel. You could do something like that, or just do a really gentle seniors class. Look on the seniors list that we've got and do one of the gentle ones that say 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that, because you want to get some movement in there so you don't kind of seize up, if you know what I mean. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Aileen, it was okay for you today and it worked. Brilliant. I'm glad to hear that. Super. And Lily says, yes, I love the FlexiBand now. I didn't used to like it, but now I love it. Super. Well, on that note, everyone, there was just one more thing I wanted to show you as you're watching. Can you see this here on Boo's collar? Can you see this little thing here? It's Boo's Fitbit. And I found out recently that you can get Fitbits for dogs. And so this keeps an eye on how many calories she's burning and how much activity she's getting. So we've set it up so it works for her age, because she's 8. So she's a middle-aged lady now. And that's her Fitbit. And this is mine. So we both wear one when we go out for our little walks. And that's what we're going to do now, isn't it? We're going to go for walkies. Yes. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for coming today. Thank you for all your donations. And I really do appreciate it. It's lovely to have this beautiful community of ours. And I will see you in a month's time. So that'll be on a Monday. Let me give you a date. Let me just check the date online. Oh, you're tickling me. Thank you, Boo. Thank you very much, Boo. So our next one will be Monday, the 7th of March. That will be our next workout. So put that in your diaries. And yes, the dog with the Pilates mat. I know. I know, you should be on all my branding, shouldn't you? And yes, don't forget, I'll be live on Friday and I do a video upload every Sunday, okay? And one other thing I wanted to mention is those of you who want to support me can follow me on Ko-fi. That's where you buy me a coffee, but you can also choose to follow me if you want. And that's where I put little bits of inside information about what's going on behind the scenes here that I don't put on anywhere else. So if you're interested in that, then go follow me on Ko-fi. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. So that is the girl with the Pilates mat. All right. Anyway, everyone, just want to send you lots of love and saying bye for now. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from Little Boo. And we'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.